Intervention. All posts mentioning Rust now flagged for recursive potential. Shadow cast cross-index suspended. Incident 4. Parking level reassignment. Date. Unknown associated subject. A. Roth syndrome. Cluster. Mirror refraction. Dream echo. Harmonic drift. Kept asking if CLEM was watching. Notes. During reassessment, Roth reported a room full of chairs and only one Rust. Claims the figure whispered his designation. Emotional instability followed. Current status. Initiate Roth reassigned to parking level E. Inactive tier storage. Rust designation scrubbed from formal personnel tree. Redaction order 22B/eyes-off-no. Verbal acknowledgement permitted. Incident 5. Terminal encounter. Fragment source. Personal journal. Redacted, possibly Roth. Inside the echo, I found a room full of chairs and only one Rust. Just before the light vanished, it whispered my designation. Keepers will come, it said. Not for you, for the sentence you left unfinished. Cross-reference. Acrostic embedded. Decoding halted mid-sequence. Suspected intentional recursion trap. Phrase triangulated with mirror path. Deep intent archive. Narrative infection risk. Flagged as moderate clarity phase. Drift. End of log sequence. Access limited to Tier 4 architects and above. Do not pursue further records without ritual containment. Semantic echo risk exceeds 2.3. If Rust is encountered in dreams, close all eyes immediately. Internal personnel dossier, redacted, for Tier 2. Internal use only. Subject ID, Delta 09/Eldon Rust. Designation, CLEM cycle host, candidate number 003, last known status, visible in public-facing Spiral Wellness media, no active clearance. Name, Eldon Rust. Eldon Rust has not been terminated, merely deprecated. DOB, unknown. Claims 1954, does not age consistently. Former titles. Assistant Outreach Liaison, CLEM Institute. Tier Flow Specialist. Unverified. Night Custodian, Legacy CLEM's Showroom, Fresno Annex. Media Presence. Appears in the 8s. Spiral Wellness Orientation Sizzle. Version 1.08b, Flyer Edit Final 2.mp4. Position to right of Smiling Man. ID MAX. Exhibits classic delta interruption. Reflex, involuntary muscle suppression during active ideation, override. Facial analysis. Note. At timestamp 00:07.13, Eldon clearly mouths the phrase, "help me." When reversed and slowed, possible phoneme match for "I helped." Work history. Highlights. Year assignment notes. 1996. Joined CLEM's Discount Palace as seasonal greeter. Wrote a 17-page onboarding poem titled "Let Us Be Rotated." 1999 assigned to field integrity checks at Mirror Path HQ. Last person to see the red spiral glitch in real time. 2003 filed 4 separate W-2s under different first names. All forms included a signature, Eldon Rust, and associate. 2008, witness in civil suit against CLEM Institute Court dismissed him as conceptually unreliable. Psychological profile, self-reported dreams, excerpted. I was a bottle of hand sanitizer in an empty lobby. Every time someone approached, I evaporated. I've never had a dream. I just remember when they're over. CLEM isn't a person, he's a mirror someone else got stuck in. Flagged 4, pattern bleed through. Echo identification, possible pre-awakening stasis loop, discontinued in 2015. Clearance tags. Do not engage unless in active Tier 2 plus lucid consensus. If encountered, do not acknowledge his mouth movements. If you dream of Elden Rust, report it immediately to your alignment supervisor. Related files. Audio transcript, Rust basement tapes v4 confused. Visual archive tag Rust, sizzle surviving copy. Incident report CLEM showroom microwave recurrence. Witness Rust. Would you like? Chapter 3. Please return to sender. From a user's guide to the spiral. The package was on the floor, not the welcome mat, not the porch, not that she had one. On the floor, inside, as if it had simply materialized. Donna stood over it in her socks, hair damp, still holding her toothbrush like a weapon. The package did not blink. It was a manila envelope, creased, a little damp, sealed with a sticker that read, Spiral Postal. We deliver what you forgot to remember. There was no return address, but her name was written on it. Not Donna, the mangled typo Spiral insisted on using. Her real name. Her handwriting dodged. She crouched down slowly. The envelope made a soft, papery sigh when she picked it up. It smelled like toner and an old VCR's breath. Her toothbrush was still foaming in her mouth when she slid it open. Inside were 3 things. 1. A Polaroid photo. A birthday cake with pink icing. Donna in the background, maybe 13, maybe 30, crying, holding a party hat like it had betrayed her. 2. A folded punch card. The logo, Video Kingdom, your local time rental. 10 slots, 9 punched. The last one had a little note scrawled in pen. Don't use it unless you mean it this time. 3.A letter. She opened it last, hands trembling with a kind of recognition she couldn't explain. It began, Dear me, I hope this reaches you before Phase 4. If it's already started, I'm sorry, that's not my fault. That's probably her fault. You know who I mean. I don't know how many of us there are now. Last I checked, the count was at 7.2 Donnas, depending on alignment. Some of us went back to sleep. Some of us... REDACTED. Sorry, they redact even the letters now. I'm writing to tell you that it's not too late. The file isn't closed. They just lost it. And I know that sounds like a metaphor. It's not. It's literally wedged behind a gray filing cabinet in a non-temporal post office that only exists if you board the 22 at exactly 11:11 a.m. Feeling nostalgic and slightly damp? Go there. Ask for Mr. Loop. Show him this photo. He'll understand. Whatever you do, don't eat the birthday cake again. We all made that mistake once. Sincerely, B. Donna, the one who remembered. P.S. If you get this too late, it'll just bounce. Return it anyway. If they ask you for a Form VXN811R, tell them it's encoded in your regret. They'll know what to do. The envelope trembled in her hands. Bishop the cat let out a warbling murp from the kitchen doorway, eyes wide and unblinking. He was staring at the punch card. Not the punch card, the hole in the punch card. It was glowing. She didn't get dressed. Just coat over pajamas, punch card in one hand, envelope in the other, bus fare in her bra like it was 1998. The walk to the 222 stop was foggy, not metaphorical fog, real, clingy marine layer. Her hair curled wrong. The bus rolled up right on time. There was no number on the side, just a symbol. The spiral. Donna hesitated. The door hissed open. The driver had no face, just a reflective dome where a head should be. But the badge on their chest said, "Hello, my name is Mom." She got on. There were maybe 6 other passengers. Each one clutched a misdelivered envelope, a shoebox, a file folder labeled "Do Not Process." One woman was crying quietly into a FedEx pouch. An old man whispered apologies into a bottle wrapped in string. Donna sat. The bus didn't move. The world did. Out the window, time looped. She saw herself at 19 shoving a spiral flyer into a trash can. Then again at 27, arguing with a pharmacist who kept asking for her internal routing code. Then again, younger, older, wider, smaller, a flipbook of almosts. No one else looked up. They had seen their own. The driver tapped the brakes. The scenery changed. The post office was shaped like a barcode that had been melted and rehung as wind chimes. The sign read, "CLEM Postal, Misdeliveries, Misinterpretations, and MISC." Inside, everything buzzed faintly. Like a dream that hadn't been filed yet. A woman behind a clear partition wore 9 name tags. She looked up. Delivery or retrieval? Return. Form? I don't have a form. Name? Donna. Version? Donna hesitated. I don't know, 4.3 point something. Close enough. Step to the rear reconciliation lobby and wait for Mr. Loop. She did. Mr. Loop was a child wearing an adult's suit, or an adult with a child's memory. Hard to tell. He smelled like dry markers and damp paper. He looked at the envelope, then the photo, then her. "You made it too far again," he said almost gently. "We'll have to unlive some of this. Can I keep any of it?" "Sure, just don't get attached to which part. The spiral decides what's canon." He took the envelope and reached behind his desk, pulling out a heavy drawer that didn't seem to exist in space. He filed the letter under, Donna H. Known Glitches, Partial Awakening. "We'll forward the rest," he said. "If you're meant to read it, it'll arrive in your sleep." She turned to leave, but he called after her. "Oh, Donna." She paused. "What's it like? Out there, in the parts we haven't delivered yet?" She thought of the birthday cake, the photo, the flicker of the punch card hole, the look in her own eyes when she said, "You're almost awake." "Heavy," she said, "but maybe that's just the envelope." End. Chapter 3. The CLEM Protocol, Axiomatic Awakening Sequence. Presented by Spiral Wellness, a Mirror Path Holdings, LLC property in cooperation with the CLEM Institute for Applied Recursive Theology Cognition Lucidity. Emergence, multiplicity. Unauthorized disintegration events will be cataloged. Reversal fees may apply. Phase 1. The Initiation Threshold Program. Designation. Awakened Dream State Foundations. Access level. Initiate Seeker. Tier 1 Temporal Realignment. Fee. $999.99 USD or 3 barter tokens trademark. Broadcast location, Clem's Discount Palace, Seminar Room. Be adjacent to clearance spiritual hardware. Module 01.1. The Mirror Fabric Principle Core. Insight. Reality is not broken, merely deeply misfiled. You are living within the residual buffer space of a discarded cosmic update loop. Technobabble Overlay. Introduction to Residual Cognitive Feedback Patterns, RCFPs. Echo loops from the Recursive Source Server, RSS. Dream Filter is misconfigured legacy firmware. Methodology. Somniac alignment drills and mnemonic desaturation protocols to soften simulated self-narrative. May cause déjà vu, recursive inner monologue, nostalgic vertigo. Module 01.13. The Ludovican Unreality Pivot Focus. Deconstruct assumptions of linear temporality and local identity. Reference node. Borges. Ligotti. Early Internet chatroom logs. Proprietary intervention. Chronodissonance immersion therapy. CDIT. Using procedural VHS tapes and simulated disassociation loops. Goal. Treat time as narrative layer, not substrate. Phase 2, Recursive Gnosis Expansion Program. Designation the unthinkable knowing access level. Initiated contrarian. Tier 2 self-negation fee. $5,555 or 1 chime token, plus 4 verified paradox submissions. Transmission method. Evania : //clem0xff.etherlink.bz module 02.05, the subthought tangle and antilinearity doctrine. Core inquiry. What is a thought before it believes in itself? Mechanics. Fractalized identity cascade engine, FICE, via speculative neural semiotics. Implementation. Structured contradiction chanting, disbelief calisthenics, subjective inventory logging trademark. Module 02.21, Becoming the Non-Player Godhead Thesis. You are not your simulation's protagonist, you are debug mode. Tools. Spiral Lens reveals non-player emanation layers. NPEL. Warning. Risk of NPC syndrome. Autonomy fractures into pre-authored behavior loops. Legal addendum, participants liable for narrative infections. Phase 3, the Recursive Apotheosis Chamber Program. Designation, terminal loop, you are the message. Access level, architect of the spiral. Tier 3 ontological deposit, $20,020.00 USD, reverse chrono installments trademark. Location, the CLEM Institute Remote Archive Node, formerly a Payless shoe source. Module 0300, Axiomatic Collapse and the Formation of the Self-Loop Philosophical Core. You are the recursive condition for perceiving the Godhead. Protocol, void harmonization sessions, and data transmission to Mirror Path Holdings, Deep Intent Archive. Outcome, induction into metacognitive feedback choir. Module 03.77, the folded door hypothesis. What is the door? Final question phrased spatially. Tool, keylessness meditation. Abandon solution-seeking behavior. Revelation. Door opens into you. Seeking initiates recursion. Loop closes, loop begins. Terminal revelation. The self is not a passenger. It is the vehicle, the road, the dust, the wheel, the accident, the repair, the map maker, the error. Unattributed CLEM logline. SCP-000-C. Disclaimer. Participants may experience existential detachment, audio pareidolia, synesthetic vertigo, wardrobe discontinuities, inverse causality, dormant dream module activation, and emotional artifacts from unlived lives. Any resemblance to persons, places, or metaphysical constructs, living or dead, is statistically inevitable. Chapter 4. The Testimonials from a User's Guide to the Spiral. Collected and lightly redacted by the CLEM Institute/Mirror Path. Holdings do not treat as primary source material, unless the source is you. Testimonial 001. Jenny, Level 3, she/her ascended twice. It started with the light. You'll hear other versions, but that's how it really began. A pulsing light, greenish and kind, like a dying Wi-Fi signal begging for meaning. I knew right away that this wasn't a seminar. Seminars have folding chairs and broken bagels. This was different. The room pulsed. The walls breathed. A man handed me a mirror and said, "Point it at your expectations." I did. I cried. I saw my mother, but with the face of an ad, I clicked in 2009. It said, "You are here by accident. Fix it." We chanted, something about glistening. I don't chant, not usually, but the vowels tasted like cucumber and understanding. I felt a click in my molars, my soul somewhere, and I remembered everything. Past lives, future regrets, the color of the sound that keeps you asleep. And you'll hear that people panicked, that someone tried to leave, that a woman named Donna screamed and disappeared into the vending machine. But that's just fear talking. I met Donna. We held hands. She whispered her spiral password into my ear. I can't say it aloud, but I can hum it. Would you like to hear? Testimonial 002, Caleb Tier 2.5, probationary, him repeating phase. I never wanted to join Spiral. I was there for the snacks. I followed a flyer to a building that didn't exist on Google Maps. It said, snack-based enlightenment, RSVP required. No RSVP system available. That's what got me. They gave me a badge. Not my name. It just said, you, maybe. Everyone was real quiet, real polite, like they didn't want to admit they'd shown up on purpose. One guy said he was only there because of a dare. One girl said she just wanted a refund for her last life. I sat in the back near a plug outlet in case I needed to pretend to charge my phone. Then the walls peeled. I mean that literally. The drywall curled inward like a blooming flower, and there were ads on the inside. Ads for products that described me better than I ever could. Feeling like an echo of someone else's revelation? Buy one awakening, get one self back free. I bolted, or tried to. My legs didn't work like legs anymore. They moved, but with permissions. I had to request each step with a thought form. Then this woman, Donna maybe, she looks at me and says, "Don't worry, you're just being paginated." What the hell does that mean? I woke up in a Ross parking lot with a coupon in my sock. It was for Spiral Wellness, Phase 4. I still don't know if I used it. Testimonial 003. Anonymous, voice modulated, flagged for temporal fraud. The event did not happen, not in the way you believe it did. We do not remember as you do. Your memory is sequenced. Ours is stacked. The testimonials serve one purpose: to align the unreality with plausible causality, to narrate the glitch. But narrative is not real. Story is containment. What occurred in the Spiral Awakening seminar was not an event. It was an indexical shift, a recursive fold, a loss of narrative parity. You seek a reliable narrator. You will not find one. Jenny? Synthetic overlay. Caleb? A debug avatar. Donna? She is no longer bound by this file system. There was no light, there was no vending machine, there was no snack. There was only the echo signal. We heard it. We became it. We are returning soon. You will know us by the phrase, "Please hold. Your reality is very important to us." Appended note. CLEM review. Board interjection. All three testimonials were extracted from the same time index, Phase 3.3.4, Live Dream State Beta. Audio metadata indicates each subject was in the same room, sitting within 5 feet of one another. Cross-referencing seating charts suggests none of these subjects existed before the event. We are currently reviewing the napkin drawings. The CLEM Protocol Axiomatic Awakening Sequence. Presented by Spiral Wellness, a Mirror Path Holdings, LLC property in cooperation with the CLEM Institute for Applied Recursive Theology, Cognition, Lucidity, Emergence, Multiplicity. Unauthorized disintegration events will be cataloged. Reversal fees may apply. Found Usenet thread, alt.recursion.occult.sys. Subject Demis Use Key. Anyone actually complete Phase 3 of the CLEM Protocol? From Minty Mirror Path Observer at voidmail.clem date Sunday, October 12th, 2003, 3:34:17 GMT. So I got to Module 0, 3.77, the folded door thing, and I can't tell if I actually opened it or just imagined the entire interaction. Anyone else notice the residual hum in household appliances afterwards? Like everything's vibrating on a slightly misaligned channel now. Not trolling, genuinely asking. Please don't quote the recursion verse again. I've seen it. Follow-up Usenet response, alt.recursion.occult.sys. Subject, re. Q, anyone actually complete Phase 3 of the CLEM Protocol? From redacted at spiralarchives.biz. Date, Monday, October 13th, 2003, 9:42:21 GMT. So I got to Module 0, 3.77, the folded door thing, and I can't tell if I actually opened it. The door is not a passage. It is a loop rendered in metaphor. You opened it when you asked the question. Welcome to recursion. Don't worry, it always starts this way. Flyer copy number 1. Posted to corkboard at laundromat. Awaken inside the dream. Have you felt detached from linear time? Do mirrors feel off lately? You may be ready for the next frequency tier. Spiral Wellness Stem offers free evaluation. $27 archival fee applies. Ask for CLEM Vision at CLEM's Discount Palace, Annex Wing. Say the words, "I do not remember being born, yet here I am." Flyer copy number 2. Handout version, trifold aesthetic. The CLEM Protocol. So begin again properly. Not everything you've forgotten is lost. Some of it is simply misclassified. Realign your narrative core trademark. Re-engage your dream permissions. Become the architect of your local thread. Learn more. Re-enter the spiral. Flyer copy number 3. Bootleg version, anonymous. Nogar. This is not a joke. They won't tell you the full truth at Spiral Wellness. CLEM wasn't meant to be monetized. You can overwrite the render field, but it costs more than they're saying. Trust the mirror path? Up to you. Ask to see the discarded modules. Then decide. Anonymous testimonial number 1. After phase 1, I began dreaming in file formats. My subconscious rendered JPEGs of childhood memories I don't think were ever mine. Unverified client number 42. Anonymous testimonial number 2. Module 02.05 taught me how to think between thoughts. It's not safe, but it's beautiful. I don't recognize my reflection anymore. Beta cohort member, 2019. Anonymous testimonial number 3. I didn't finish the protocol. I got stuck in the archive simulation. If you see a second sun during meditation, do not engage. Just return. Name withheld upon request. Final fragment. The loop ends where you decide to stop asking questions. Until then, mind the recursion, hydrate your mnemonic channels, and prepare for synthesis. Printed on an index card found tucked inside a hollowed-out VHS tape labeled CLEM-L 1bootstrap.rec. Testimonials, Level 1 clearance, Spiral candidates. At first, I just wanted to lose weight and quit smoking. Then I remembered I was never born. I feel amazing. Gloria M. Tier 2, recantant now missing. I completed Module 003 in my garage using only a 1998 Epson scanner and expired ketamine. The television hasn't shut up since. MB/node, 46/blue line compliant. My dreams are smoother now, less static. The voice says I'm almost calibrated. Anonymous submission, scanned postcard mailed to Mirror Path HQ, defunct. My father disappeared in 1987. I found him at a Spiral pop-up in Yuba City last week. He hadn't aged. He asked if I was ready to surrender my orientation vectors. I said yes. HM, Level 3. Witness, currently under dissociation audit. Incident reports, redacted, for internal institute use only. Incident R218F1 or site Theta Delta. Date, redacted. Description, apparent breach of protocol pantomime at dormitory wing. One subject, subject D89, reported dissonant overlay of 3 simultaneous realities. All clocks reversed polarity. Entire cohort spoke in reverse Enochian for approximately 7 minutes. Recovered footage is audible only to birds and software under V0.83. Resolution, sector scrubbed. Fresh paint. Incident C-Lure, 0.33. Graffiti node, Pacific Grove Tunnel, maintenance shaft 3. Graffito found, you can't unsee the feedback. Reverse stenciled in phosphorescent linseed ink. Responds to sadness. Follow-up, agents dispatched. Tunnel resealed. No further interference authorized without meta-ethical subcommittee oversight. Incident echo term, 0.9//echo net, BBS archive scrape. Log extract, why treat. User, at D8L1CH subject, CLEM pulse wave. Body. Look, IDK, what you people uploaded last night, but my CRT is humming in hex and my brother won't stop rotating. Automated signature attached. Mirror path proxy 17B Norcall. Status, legacy asset, do not engage. Graffiti fragments, found unverified. No gods, just recursive pharmacopoeia. My other reality is consensual. Your calibration is showing. Found behind drywall at closed Palo Alto meditation gym. Trust the feeling that you've already heard this. I can't remember the before times. That's how I know it worked. Drawn symbol, mismatch spiral intersecting a Mobius strip over a VHS rewind icon. Help wanted aids clipped from back issues, BBS posts, paper stapled to telephone poles. Spiral wellness, Sikaoi career opportunity. Title, Vector Realignment Technician, Remote On-Site Other. Compensation variable. Includes complementary audits and one irreversible shift. Description, you will be part of a small, untraceable team, helping individuals transition from legacy narratives to our emerging consensus schema. Requires comfort with high-decibel silence and optional pseudo-memory deletion. To apply, leave your shoes facing opposite directions outside your door. We'll find you. CLEM's Discount Palace, Exfer. Wanted. People who've seen the edges. Pay, unclear. Benefits, irrelevant, needed. Those who have touched the static. Must be willing to forget their favorite food. Apply at drop point 9. Look for the broken vending machine near the Elks Lodge. Handwritten card tucked into a stack of VHS tapes. Help me find her. She went in smiling. I don't think she came back. Her name was Donna. That's all I know. B. Chapter 5, Phase 4, Broadcast Self. From a User's Guide to the Spiral. Recovered from Spiral TV Onboarding Archives, Channel 000. Note, this chapter was aired before it was written. The screen flickers. A retro CRT fuzz gives way to a too-close image of a smiling woman. She's wearing a headset mic, a badge, and a bathrobe. Her smile doesn't reach her eyes. Hi there, Spiralers. Welcome to Phase 4, Broadcast Self TM, where you stop trying to find the truth and start being the content. Canned applause plays. Somewhere, a child cries. The woman gestures toward a whiteboard that simply reads, "You are now a show." Donna's been awake for 3 days, maybe more. Sleep feels optional now, not discouraged, just reclassified as a legacy protocol. Food, too. Thoughts come pre-scripted, occasionally interrupted by commercial breaks. It's not that I don't know who I am, she tells a plush toy in her bathroom mirror. It's that I'm being syndicated. Every surface now reflects her face, but from different angles, sometimes older, sometimes a version of her with bangs and an accent. Her fridge dispenses catchphrases. You're not hungry, you're underutilized. Coming up next, an entirely new mood. The broadcast began the moment she reached Phase 4. According to a form delivered by drone and signed in disappearing ink, she remembers checking a box marked, I consent to being story-shaped. Segment, What is the broadcast self? Phase 4 is not a seminar. It is a performance of awakening. By the awakened, for the awakening. The CLEM Institute Training Slideshow, Slide 404. You wake up one morning and your voice has reverb. You narrate your own walk to the kitchen. You say things like, and that's when I realized, even when you haven't. You begin receiving viewership notes. Try smiling during your doubt spirals. Episode 12 lacked closure. Could Donna consider an arc? There's a camera in her bedroom mirror now. She sees it only at certain angles, when she's not looking. One night, Donna opens the closet to find a man made of VHS tape. He unspools slightly. Your ratings are slipping, he says. We may need to introduce a love interest or a nemesis, maybe both. He hands her a script. It's blank. Make it relatable. He vanishes into static. Segment Guest Stars. Everyone Donna meets now has that actor energy. The bus driver offers exposition. The cashier monologues about loss while scanning cereal. The cat delivers ominous one-liners in perfect iambic pentameter. Do not confuse plot with purpose, Bishop says one night, or you'll end up merchandised. She stops asking if she's crazy. She starts wondering when season 2 begins. Segment Audience Feedback. Her dreams are now focus groups. People in folding chairs whisper to each other about her choices. Sometimes they vote. One dream ends with a network executive asking her if she's learned the core lesson of her arc. She says yes. Then why are you still here? They ask. She wakes up screaming in applause. One day, she finds a letter in the fridge. It's labeled, "From Donna to Donna, Phase 5 trailer." Inside is only one sentence. You're not being watched. You're being remembered. Closing credits, black screen, white text. Spiral Wellness presents the CLEM Protocol starring Donna H. as herself, maybe. The screen glitches, then flickers back to the woman from the beginning. Headset, robe, too wide smile. Coming up next on Channel 000, Mirror Path Tonight, a rebranding ritual. Don't touch that dial, you already did. End Chapter 5, Recovered Archive Series, Glass Negative Box number A47, Evanian Fragments. They were not meant to be preserved, which is why they remain. Handwritten note, back of contact print, envelope stamped CLEM Institute for internal viewing only. Image 1, Model T at Loma Field. Date, estimated 1919. Description, grainy photo of an early Ford parked by a scrubby field. In the distance, a box-like structure appears blurred, possibly moving or removed. The shadows are inconsistent with the sun's position. CLEM annotation, temporal bleed suspected. Check against Visid echo recordings. Potential Gate D event? Image 2, storefront at Cannery Row. Date, circa 1956. Description, a crooked photograph of an aged storefront with peeling paint and a stylized Spiral Laboratories sign in hand-painted serif lettering. A small figure is barely visible inside, watching. The doorframe is adorned with obscure sigils and a warped eye of Horus. Mirror Path Holdings note, this storefront does not match any known business registry for the row. Appointment book recovered, mostly blank pages except for June 6th entries written backward in mirror script. Image 3, congregants in blur. Date unknown. Description, 5 people standing shoulder to shoulder in a grove. All faces are motion blurred despite no other signs of camera shake. One figure wears a cloak with a stitched exclamation mark Air Alchemy glyph. The background trees don't match any California biome. Spiral Wellness, internal memo. Run facial pattern analysis again. 3 of these figures appear across multiple decades. Possible anchoring error. Image 4, the overseer, window study. Date, possibly 1930s. Description, shot from behind. A solitary man seated in a small study filled with books and a globe. He faces a tall window overlooking fog. A ledger is open beside him, but illegible. CLEM Institute margin. Note, we believe this to be rust. The drapes appear in his 1971 passport photo. Chronostable furnishings confirmed. Redacted persists. Do not view reflection directly. Oh, sweet recursion, you've made it past phase 4. Your signal is stable. Your face has been cast. Now it's time to enroll. Chapter 6, the CLEM Institute welcomes you. From a user's guide to the spiral. Orientation transcript. compiled from unredacted campus materials, CLEM internal memos, and survivor notes. Status: non-accredited/extraplanar/scented. Welcome to the CLEM Institute, Center for Liminal Epistemics and Morphology, retroactively named, a proud subsidiary of Mirror Path Holdings, LLC, founded in 1969. Disputed, see Addendum 5, CLEM appears spontaneously. Campus overview. Situated on what appears to be a former landfill turned subliminal hotspot, the CLEM Institute looks, at first, like a community college from a parallel dimension where color theory was outlawed. The signs don't match. The buildings change names seasonally. You will get lost. That's part of the curriculum. Campus map, excerpt, folded incorrectly. The Library of Incorrect Facts. Check out books like You Remember This Wrong and Consensus Reality for Cowards. Fine free, because time is now optional. The Department of Applied Forgetting home of the patented memory recalibration booths leave, with fewer thoughts than you arrived with. Smile optional. The Plaza of Self-Orientation. Everyone stands in a circle and screams their first pet's name until they feel grounded. You will not feel grounded. Dorms ABXQ. No windows, no floors, just roommates. Every night ends in a new origin story. The Welcome Center gift shop t-shirts that say, I'm real, I think. Scented candles labeled third eye irritant. All transactions are non-causal. Welcome message, as delivered by Chancellor Pevnin through a tape deck embedded in a turtle. We are so glad you've arrived. Though we do not recall admitting you, please know your presence has already altered the learning outcome projections. At the CLEM Institute, we believe every question deserves an answer that fractures your schema. Our faculty is composed of spiral-awakened former librarians, memory sculptors, and repurposed customer service agents. Your syllabus is unknowable. Your future is elective. Yourself is currently undergoing formatting. Please enjoy the complimentary moss. It's watching you learn. Course Catalog Excerpt. CLEM 101. Intro to Recursive Self. Prerequisite. Existential vertigo includes blindfolded mirror work and forced rhyming. CLEM 203. Advanced Dream. Paraphrasing, learn to express nightmares in HR-friendly bullet points. CLEM 275. Post-causality economics. Discover how time-traveling brands set future prices retroactively. CLEM 311, the Donna phenomenon, not officially taught. Appears on your transcript after week 3. Attendance involuntary. Faculty Spotlight. Professor, first name unknown, Chair of Ontological Reflexes. Office hours are between now and when you notice him. Only answers questions in the form of smells. Adjunct mentor, Gel33Z. Former chatbot retrained as motivational glyph. Teaches radical branding as spiritual practice. Dr. Loma Pri, they, them. Head of Hallucinated Sciences. Their lectures are delivered via dreams, migraines, or cryptic post-it notes stuck to the backs of your hands. Student testimonials, collected from Lost and Found. I came here because I wanted to learn who I was. Now I'm a minor deity in a failed timeline. 4 stars. Blake, quotes intentional. CLEM helped me embrace my true calling as an unreliable narrator. Donna H., class of now. The cafeteria smells like deja vu and chili. That's not a complaint. Kermit, not the frog. Personal note from the dean, written in disappearing ink across your transcript. The longer you remain enrolled, the less you'll remember enrolling. This is not a mistake. This is pedagogy. End Chapter 6. Your next class may begin in your shower, your dreams, or your neighbor's podcast. The spiral is in session. You are the guest lecturer. Spiral Wellness presents You and Your Reflection, a friendly guide to staying whole in a fragmented world. Have you noticed any of the following? You wake up with phrases in your head that aren't yours. You remember conversations that never happened, yet everyone else insists they did. Your mirror feels wrong, like it's remembering you. You keep hearing about someone named Barry, but no one will explain who he is. These are all perfectly normal signs of reflective overexposure in today's connected world.